Hi everyone, I am Morten, Senior Support Consultant with the ClickLearn Customer Experience team here at ClickLearn. Welcome to our latest release notes for ClickLearn Attain. We're now at version 12.1.62.0. As always, your feedback drive our improvements, making ClickLearn faster, cleaner, and more reliable. So here's what's new in the release. Project and global search. When creating a project from a template, associated assets are now imported correctly, so your projects start complete and ready to go. Basically, when you were doing a new project before, and if you were creating the template on the fly at the same time as you're creating the project as one of the last steps, if you did an import from another project that had referencing, let's say, logos, and there were maybe a word template and stuff like that, that will not import correctly when you do. So that was a bug with at least one customer. Then the global search is faster. It helps you find what you're looking for with a lot less waiting. And to just demonstrate the global search real quick, it looks a little something like this. So if I press Ctrl F and type SCORM, you get your global search, which will then find all the projects I have with SCORM in the name, right? It will also find specific folders, and it will find assets. It will find everything that is related to SCORM, yeah? And it's telling me there are 18 results. So super awesome feature, honestly. When it comes to recording, the crop area in the preview now matches exactly what you set during the editing, ensuring precise visuals in your output. So really what that means is that when you double click on a step, click on the image editor, you know, when you can move the hotspot around and you move the crop area and stuff, we had an issue where what you set was not what you got. So that's been fixed with the new version. Changing the UI language from within the recording experience now correctly applies to the recording. So to show you what that means, if I click on new recording, give it a random name here. So up here you have an edit button. I don't know if you knew that. I didn't know that. I had to test it when I saw the release notes, but basically click on edit here. And you can then change the recording name, and you can also change the language. So if you were to change the language to another language from your projects, it would still put it into the English language, which of course is a bug. So that's been fixed. This project only has English. That's why you don't see other languages. For localization, missing translation for a specific Spanish locale called ES719 now appears as expected, making a regional Spanish coverage more accurate. There are a lot of Spanish languages. As you may have guessed, it's the most broadest spoken language in the world. So yeah, there are a lot of dialects of Spanish, and this was just one of them that we didn't have working correctly. It now does. For publishing, we've improved the warning messages during production and publishing, giving you a cleaner guidance and fewer surprises. So, as some of you may have experienced, when you do a publication and you get an error where you can then view the report, let's say you deleted an asset, or there was something wrong with the Word file or whatever. Now you accurately get told like what asset is missing and exactly what's wrong, rather than just asset and then an asset number, which is an internal reference we have here, right? So it's much more human friendly, which we like. For published content and assist, in some cases the cursor wasn't visible in the published content, and this is now fixed for a cleaner learning experience. So really what that meant is that, I don't know if you remember, but a few releases back, we improved the loading times by introducing compression on the preview so that it loads faster. Now, this made it so that all PNG, transparent PNG assets would be converted to JPEG, and this has caused some issues. And we have ironed out the latest of those issues, so we should be good to go now, yeah? No more blocky cursor moving around the screen when you do your video, because it's using a JPEG rather than a PNG. And also, the assist now correctly responds to work on the recording when you select in the assist dialog. So basically what that means is that when you use the regular assist configuration, so not the UXP, not the USC or anything like that, and not the in-app guidance for BC or CRM, but the actual ClickLearn Assist extension. It pops out a little window where you can then search for a recording, and then you can click Assist Me Now. That was bugged. It didn't work. So that's now been fixed, which is good. For settings, we removing the custom code in the publishing template now truly deletes it, keeping your templates clean and consistent. It's you can do a lot of cool things with custom code, like you can use CSS for fonts and stuff like that, or move things around the screen. So you couldn't remove that code. That's a bit of a problem, right? Well, you can now, so rejoice. And then we had some error messages doing the scope analysis, where it would display the incorrect CSV line number, and that of course makes troubleshooting faster, right? So when you do a scope import for IFS, when you have you import it from a CSV file, which is basically a super long file that indexes all the assets that is part of the scope, it would give a wrong line number. So instead of like 736, it would say 738. So it just counted them wrong. That's been fixed, luckily, so it's gonna make it easier to find out what is up with these scopes if they don't work. For connector-specific updates, for IFS, data is now captured reliably in all relevant steps, so you can modify it as intended. We had an issue where some steps would they look right when you record them, they play right and stuff like that when you read the video and all that. But when you look in the data editor, there ain't no data there, so it's like missing. That was a connector issue and it has been fixed, so you should be good to go with that. For APT, we've added some brand new API strings and functionals to automated tests. So just to show you, I'll pop into an APT project here. If I come in here and add a variable, for example, you can now see that we have, for example, functions that the new function called ends with, starts with, that's a new one, right? Have some other new functions down here. So let me just go in here to the functions here and say, down here we have log functions. We have some new advanced API functions down here. So we have like navigate, patch, post, delete, save, stuff like that. And finally, we have CSV to JSON as well. So if you want to create JSON files for specific coding or specific reason for like data processing and execution and stuff like that, right? So you can do some cool things with both CSV and JSON, of course, if you have the technical capabilities. So yeah. And that's it for 12.1.62.0. Focusing fixes and performance gains to keep your projects moving. And of course, if you have any questions or feedback, we're here to help. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next update. Thank you.